This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. Dear students, in the previous session of trigonometry, we discussed multiple and submultiple angles. This session I will start with the trigonometric ratios of some standard angles. I'll take the help of concepts involved in multiple and submultiple angles for finding the trigonometric ratios for angles like 18 degree, which I can write as pi by 10, 22 and half degree, which I can write as pi by 8, then 36 degree, which I can write as pi by 5, or even I can write 2 pi by 10 if you want to relate with this. Then next angle 54 degree, which I can write as 3 pi by 10, and then 72 degree, which I can write as 4 pi by 10. Okay, I'll start with the sine of 18 degree. Sine of 18 degree. If you write this 18 degree as 90 minus 72, 90 degree minus 72 degree, it is sine 90 minus something, means sine will become cos. Sine will become cos, and 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta lies in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, so it will be positive. Cos, it becomes 72 degree. So what can we say here? We will find the value of sine 18 degree, but the same will be the value of cos 72 degree. Got the idea? Okay, now sine 18 degree I'll find here. Sine 18 degree, if I write alpha as 18 degree, if I write alpha as 18 degree, then 5 alpha will be what? 5 alpha will be 18 into 5, and that is what? 90 degree. 5 alpha is 90 degree. Now 5 alpha I can write as 2 alpha plus 3 alpha, that is equal to 90 degree. Why I am doing this? Because I know sine 2 alpha, I know cos 2 alpha, I know sine 3 alpha, I know cos 3 alpha. So with the help of that, I will try to find the value of sine alpha, that is 18 degree. Got the idea? So I can write this 2 alpha as 90 degree minus 3 alpha. Now take sine on both sides. So it will become what? Sine 2 alpha is equal to sine 90 minus 3 alpha, and sine 90 minus something means it will become cos. Sine will be converted into cos 3 alpha, and it will be positive because 90 minus 3 alpha will fall into the first quadrant, and in first quadrant all trigonometric ratio values will be positive. Now, sine 2 alpha. Recall the previous lecture where we talked about multiple and submultiple angles. Sine 2 alpha can be written what? Sine 2 alpha can be written as 2 sine alpha cos alpha, and cos 3 alpha can be written what? 4 cos cube alpha minus 3 cos alpha. If you do not know these results, go and watch the previous video of trigonometry, okay, where we talked about multiples and submultiple angles. Okay, now 4 cos cube alpha minus 3 cos alpha. If I take cos alpha common, 1 cos alpha will get cancelled. So at the end, it will be 2 sin alpha is equal to 4 cos square alpha minus 3. And if I convert all the terms into sine, cos square alpha I will write as 1 minus sine square alpha. 1 minus sine square alpha minus 3, and at the end it will become 4 minus 3 will become 1 minus 4 sine square alpha. So it is a quadratic equation. 4 sine square alpha plus 2 sine alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, and you all know how to get the value now. Sine alpha will be what? Minus b plus minus root b square means 2 square minus what? 4ac minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac. 4 is 4, c is minus 1 upon 2a. 2a means this, 2 into 4. So, what value do we get here? One is minus 1 plus root 5 by 4, and the second minus 1 minus root 5 by 4. This is sine alpha means sine 18 degree. But the problem is sine 18 degree lies where? In the first quadrant. In the first quadrant where the sine value will be positive. So we will not consider this negative one. So what is the result? Sine 18 degrees equal to root 5 minus 1 by 4. A very interesting angle. Sine 18 degree is equal to root 5 minus 1 by 4, and the same will be the value of cos 72 degree. Okay, same will be the value of cos 72 degree. Now I'll try to find the value of cos 18 degree. Cos 18 degree. Cos 18 degree. First of all, let me tell you cos 18 degree I can write as cos 90 minus 72. 90 minus 72, and cos 90 minus something, cos will be converted into sine, and since 90 minus theta is in the first quadrant, the cos value will be positive. So cos 18 degree comes as sine 72 degrees. So both will have the same value. Got it? Now we can solve, or we can get this cos 18 degree in similar manner as we did for sine 18 degree. But we know one more basic identity where we say sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. I will use this identity to get the value of cos 18 degree. So I'll write here cos square 18 degree is equal to 1 minus sine square 18 degree. And sine 18 degree we already know. Go and check. Root 5 minus 1 by 4. So I'll substitute here. I'll substitute the value 1 minus root 5 minus 1 by 4 square. Okay, now it becomes 16 minus, inside the bracket I'll write 1 plus 5 minus 2 root 5 upon 16. Okay, so the result comes as 10 plus 2 root 5 upon 16. This is cos square 18 degree. Now we have to find the value of cos 18 degree. It will become root 10 plus 2 root 5 upon 16. Okay, I'll not consider a negative value. So the result will look like 10 plus 2 root 5. Root 10 plus 2 root 5 upon 4. This is cos 18 degree. The same will be the value for sine 72 degree. Okay, another interesting angle. Now after this, I'll try to find another angle that is sine 36 degree. Sine 36 degree. First of all, let me tell you, sine 36 degree can be written as sine 90 degree minus 54 degree. What does it mean? So sine 90 minus something means sine will be converted into cos, and 90 minus theta lies in the first quadrant, so it will remain positive. So it becomes cos 54 degree. What is the conclusion? Sine 36 degree will have the same value as cos 54 degree. Okay, I will find here the value of sine 36 degree, which can be equated with cos 54 degree. Got the idea? Okay, sine 36 degree. Recall what we learnt in the previous session. Sine 2a is what? 2 sine a cos A. 2 sin A cos A. Okay, so here what we do, sin 36 can be written as 2 sin 18 degree into cos 18 degree. 2 sin A cos 2 sin A cos A is equal to sin 2A. Got the idea? Now we know the value of sin 18 degree. We know the value of cos 18 degree. We will substitute here. 2. What is the value of sin 18 degree? Check this. Sin 18 degree. Root 5 minus 1 by 4. What is the value of cos 18 degree? Root 10 plus 2 root 5 by 4. Now substitute these two values. So it will become root 5 minus 1 by 4. This is sin 18 degree. And then root 10 plus 2 root 5 by 4. This is cos 18 degree. Now 4 into 4 it will become 16. Now if I introduce this root 5 minus 1 into this root, it will become square. So I can write in totality it as root 5 minus 1 square into into I can write, if I take 2 common, it will become 5 plus root 5. 5 plus root 5. So finally it can be written as 1 upon 8. 1 by 8. And inside the bracket, inside the root, what will be the result? It will be, I'll use a minus b square, so it will become a square means it will become 5 plus b square minus 2ab means minus 2 root 5. Okay, and here I'll take 2 common, 5 plus root 5. Now if I take 2 common here, the 2 into 2 will go outside this root. It becomes 2 by 8 means 1 by 4. Inside the root, what do we get? 3 minus root 5 into 5 plus root 5. Okay, now if you multiply, it will become 15 plus 3 root 5 minus 5 root 5 minus 5. Got it? Now it can be written as root 10. Root 10, 15 minus 5, 10, and here it becomes minus 2 root 5 upon 4. So this is the value of sine 36 degree. Very special. Okay. Now, after this, I'll try to find the value of cos 36 degree. Cos 36 degree. First of all, let me tell you, cos 36 degree can be written as cos 90 minus 54. So, cos 90 minus something means cos will be converted into sine. 90 minus theta lies in the first quadrant, so it will remain positive. So I can write this as sine 54 degree. What is the conclusion? Sine 36 degree and sine 54 degree, both these will have same value. So I will find cos 36 degree here, and that will be the same as sine 54 degree. Okay, how do we find that? Again, as I told you, if you know sine theta, you can easily get cos theta. I know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So cos square theta will be what? 1 minus sine square theta. So cos 36 degree. Cos 36 degree will be root 1 minus sine 36 degree square. 36 degree lies in the first quadrant, so value will be positive here. So now I'll substitute the sine 36, that is 10 minus 2 root 5 upon 4. Since it is square, initially it was root, it will become the root will be removed, but it becomes 4 square here, denominator. So finally it comes what? 16 minus 10 plus 2 root 5 upon 4, and the value comes as root 6 plus 2 root 5 by 4. Okay, now if you want, you can write this as 6 can be written what? 6 can be written as root 5 square plus 1 square plus 2 root 5. Check the interesting part. A square plus B square plus 2A into B. What is this? A plus B square, A plus B whole square. So it becomes root 5 plus 1 square upon 4. So the final answer comes as root 5 plus 1 by 4. This value, this is the value of cos 36 degree, and as I told you earlier, the same will be the value of sine 54 degree. Another very interesting value. Okay, now we know sine 18 degree, we know cos 18 degree, we know sine 36 degree, we know cos 36 degree, uh, we know sine 54 degree, we know cos 54 degree. By dividing sine theta with cos theta, we can get tan values. So we can find tan 18 degree, we can find cot 18 degree, we can find similarly tan 36 degree, we can find cot 36 degree, we can find tan 54 degree, we can find cot 54 degree, we can find tan 72 degree, we can find cot 72 degree. So it is your job, find you try to find tan 18 degree, find cot 18 degree, find tan 36 degree, find cot 36 degree, find tan 54 degree, find cot 54 degree, find tan 72 degree, find cot 72 degree. These values you find. Okay, but I will tell you one more angle here, and that is 22 and half. So I am going to tell you the sine of 22 and half. Okay, so if I do the if I take the 4 times of this 22 and half, 4 times will be what? This is 45 by 2 degree actually. And if you do this 4 times, it becomes 90 degree. Okay, so 4 alpha is 90 degree, where I am taking alpha as 22 and half. So 4 alpha is 90 degree. And if I take sine on both sides, it will become sine 4 alpha is equal to sine 90. Sine 4 alpha is equal to sine 90. Now, or you can say sine 2 alpha is equal to sine 2 alpha is equal to sine 45 degree. Okay, and better in place of taking sine, if I take cos on both sides, cos 2 alpha. Cos 2 alpha will be cos 45 degree, right? Why I'm taking cos 2 alpha? Because cos 2 alpha I can write as 1 minus 2 sine square alpha. Okay, I can write 1 minus 2 sine square alpha. From here, if I try to find sine square alpha, it will come what? 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by root 2. Cos 45 degrees what? 1 by root 2. And this way it comes root 2 minus 1 upon 2. Okay, now so sine alpha will be what? Sine alpha means sine 22 and half degree will be what? Root of this, if I multiply 2 in the numerator and denominator, sorry, if I multiply this here, it will be 2 root 2. So if I multiply root 2 in the numerator and denominator, then it becomes 2 into 2. So that will be out of the root, and inside the root it will be 2 minus root 2. So what is the value of sine 22 and half degree? Root 2 minus root 2 by 2. So sine 22 and half degree comes finally as 2 minus root 2 by 2. And again, if you use sine square theta plus cos square theta, you can easily find cos 22 and half degree, and that comes equal to root 2 plus root 2 by 2. So, what will be the value of tan 22 and half degree? What will be the value? You divide the 2 sin theta upon cos theta. So it comes 2 minus root 2 upon 2 plus root 2. Now if I multiply this 2 minus root 2 in the numerator and denominator, the numerator will come out means 2 minus root 2 upon, and it will become what? A minus b into a plus b is square minus b square. So 4 minus 2, it will become 2, but it is inside the root, so it will be this. So at the end value will be what? Root 2 minus 1. So tan 22.5 degree comes as root 2 minus 1. So what will be the value of cot 22.5? Cot 22.5 will be written what? 1 upon this will be written as 1 upon root 2 minus 1. Now if I multiply root 2 plus 1 in the numerator and denominator, the numerator will become root 2 plus 1 and denominator will become what? A square minus b square means 2 minus 1 becomes 1. So cot 22 and half degree comes as root 2 plus 1. Okay. So, dear students, in this session, we discussed many trigonometric ratios of many standard angles: 18 degree, 22.5 degree, 36 degree, 54 degree, 72 degree. Okay, thank you. This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. Testprepadda.com provides free audio-visual lectures of different subjects by expert faculties, free online tests prepared by expert faculties to students who are preparing for engineering or medical entrance exams or planning to take exams like KVPY, Olympiad, etc. It provides a platform where students can interact with mentors to improve their performance in the exams. The mission of this online medium is to help students to achieve their goals. Log on to www.testprepadda.com to watch free video lectures on different topics, to download free revision notes, to take free chapter-wise online tests, progressive test, and mock test, to discuss doubts with mentors. Thank you for watching the video. To stay up to date with the latest videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on our Facebook page, Test Prep Adda. All the best.